Hello there, home care leaders. This is Lucas Carroll with the Business of Senior Care. I hope you are doing great. I am here to talk to our home care leaders about the state of Utah and what it takes to get through the licensure process. So lock in and let's get started on Utah. In Utah, the licensing entity is the Utah Department of Health and Human Services, and they're the department that regulates the traditional hospital, nursing home, home health, and then home care agency. The home care agency license type is titled Personal Care Agency in the state of Utah and is initially issued and then regulated by the Department of Health and Human Services. So anybody looking to obtain a home care license, non-medical home care license in the state of Utah would submit their application to that department. The application process in licensing starts with the application. On the application, the business entity has been formed, the IRS EIN letter number has been formed, the agency has picked a DBA, a doing business as, if they would like one, and then they're moving forward with selecting the roles like administrator. So the specific Utah Office of Licensing is the department that accepts the application. On that application, the administrator is identified, needs to be listed. The administrator does not have specific role qualifications or education requirements, which is great as compared to other states. So anybody can serve in that role. Typically, if you're the owner of the agency and you're just getting started, that probably would be you. So you have the administrator listed, and then you need to have somebody to be the substitute administrator for the agency that would serve in your absence. No registered nurse is required in the state of Utah for the initial application. You can absolutely have a registered nurse on your team, but you're still restricted by the scope of the license, which includes the three major buckets of companionship, homemaker, and then personal care services. Those services include things like routine housekeeping, meal preparation, dishwashing, shopping, but also includes bathing, toileting, personal hygiene, ambulation, and things like that. Some of the confusing parts related to the licensing application include the background check process and then also obtaining a local business license. These are probably two of the most complicated components of Utah in general. And then lastly, paying the fee. The fee for the application is a combination of a couple of different fees, including the base fee, an agency fee, a new provider fee, and then the DACS fee. DACS is the background check clearinghouse through the state of Utah. All in for the application, it's over $3,000. Depends a little bit about what time that you would see this video, but be sure to check the full breadth of the fees. Now, getting registered in DACS, which is the clearinghouse system, are a couple of steps, including doing an orientation for DACS to understand how the process works, registering your agency for a new account, submitting requests for DACS background checks for owners and administrator, and then receiving those reports back in order to complete the application. So a number of steps involved there for the DACS process. Additionally, for the local city business license. So depending on where the office is located, whether it's in the city or the county, dictates what the process is for obtaining a local business license. Sometimes there's an on-site inspection required, sometimes there isn't, sometimes it's a lengthy process, sometimes it could be shorter. So I would definitely take some time to understand how obtaining a local city business license would work in your city or county jurisdiction. But once that is obtained, and then you can include that with the application. Also a copy of your liability insurance. So you need general and professional liability insurance for your agency in order to get started. So all of these things come together and they need to be submitted with the application. Once the application is submitted, the agency is reviewed by the department, and they'll come back with some specific questions to help to get sorted out. The agency needs to ensure that they have a full and compliant policy and procedure manual that follows the Utah Personal Care Agency rules and regulations, including specific, in Utah there are specific client admission disclosures that need to be provided upon admission and showing proof of that. And then there are specific forms that need to be completed by staff members when the staff member is hired. So definitely has some nuances to it. The typical time frame can take 60 to 90 plus days in order to get your office open. If you're looking for an expert to help you to provide guidance through the Utah process to make it pain-free and go as fast as possible so that you can focus on putting the foundational structure for your home care agency together and spending your time on building your business rather than worrying about licensure, then contact us at the Business of Senior Care, where we can help you get through the process as reliable and as efficient as possible. So contact us as soon as possible for us to get started.